Good day. I am Miss Patricia Airban from Plaridel Integrated National High School, Nagcarlan, Laguna, Philippines. I am here to share with you my study, Project People, Parent-Teacher Partnership in Outside School Learning, tool in improving learners' academic performance in Science 10. Parents are our first teachers and our pillars in learning. Together with the teachers, they help mold our learners to acquire skills they needed to their chosen path. In the first year of the implementation of flexible learning, some students had coped up with it, but some had encountered difficulties. Challenges had posed concerns on how parents can help their children in the new normal in education. Most of the parents say that they are not capable of teaching their children at home. Parents need support to be able to develop skills necessary to effectively help their children in distance learning. This action research implemented Project People, or parent-teacher partnership in outside school learning. This program focuses on mentoring our parents to help them teach their children concepts in Science 10. It includes orientation, mentoring, and evaluation. In orientation, parents are recognized as ambassadors of education and are acknowledged for their roles and shared responsibility in distance learning. Mentoring includes the provision of parent learning guide, which consists of topic for the week, the teacher-made video lesson needed, the possible questions that the children may raise, and the corresponding answers, and the self-reflection for the parents. Soft and hard copies of that parent learning guide were distributed remotely and through messenger chat. Constant communications with parents through phone calls, text messages, Facebook group, and messenger chat was done to assist the parents in distance learning. To determine the impacts of Project People, the following were analyzed. Academic performance without the implementation of Project People during the first quarter of academic year 2020-2021 in online and modular learning. Academic performance with the implementation of Project People during the first quarter of academic year 2021-2022 in online and modular learning. The significant difference between the two incidents, and the perception of parents in the conduct of the project.
Existing studies had suggested that parent-teacher partnership may improve academic performance of the students. On 2018, Hornby and Blackwell stated that schools had been developing ways on how to support the parents so that they can be more involved on their child's learning. On 2015, Borup and Stevens suggested that it is important for teachers to help assist the parents because they serve as coaches at home. On 2018, Niteki named parent-teacher partnership as one of the indicators of child's educational foundation. The stronger the partnership between the teacher and parents, the stronger and the more progress that can be seen on the students. The participants of the study are the students in grade 10 as well as their parents, 44 from online modality and 66 from modular modality in a selected junior high school in Nagcarlan, Laguna, Philippines. To answer the research questions, both quantitative and qualitative research design was used. In quantitative data, the students' general point average during the first quarter of the previous and current school year were collected and analyzed. Parents' perception in the implementation of Project People was collected through Google Forms, and those responses from the open-ended questions were also collected, affinitized, and interpreted. The table shows the t-test result of the two independent samples in modular modality. It can be seen that there is an increase of 2.03 in the mean score in Science 10 when Project People was implemented. It also obtained a lower standard deviation, which suggests less varied in academic performance of the students. The increase is significant because the absolute value of the computed value is higher than the critical. On the other hand, it can be seen that there is an increase of 1.6 in the mean score in Science 10 when Project People was implemented in online learning. At 0.05 level of significance, the associated probability of the computed value is less than the alpha. Hence, the increase in the mean is significant. The table shows the mean score of parents' perception in the conduct of Project People in terms of being an ambassador, being a mentor, in the implementation of the project per se, and the usability of the parent learning guide. In modular modality, the average is 4.10 with a description of agree. On the other hand, online modality has an average of 4.19 with a description of agree. This means that the parents were satisfied in the conduct of the project people. It can also be noticed that in the aspect of being an ambassador of education, it has the highest means, which means that our parents recognize their roles in shared responsibility in teaching our children at home. Thematic analysis was used to interpret parents' answers on the open-ended questions. Codes were extracted from their answers, and from there, themes were generated. From the codes, experiencing hardest time, experienced some difficulties, it's hard to guide, and big challenge, the theme was generated. Parental involvement in child's learning is challenging this time of pandemic, since distance learning is first time for majority of our parents in public schools. It is very challenging for them to adapt to the new normal in education. From the codes, we can improve this if we are helping each other, good communication between teachers and students, and ways to better adapt to the mode of learning. The theme was generated. Parent-teacher partnership must be strengthened to support learners' academic performance. It must be not only the teachers, but as well as the parents and the community to work hand in hand to achieve an increase in the progress of students' academic performance in this time of pandemic. From the codes, doesn't need much assistance because he is very diligent. Teach them to study independently, and students should try harder and show some dedication for learning. The theme was generated. Parents' participation is essential to help the learners build a sense of responsibility of their own learning. The parents teach their child at home not only the topics or the concepts in each subject, but as well as to be trained to work independently. Educational institution must be flexible to cope up in any inevitable circumstances that our world may face. Considering the findings of the study, it can be concluded that Project People helped our parents to assist their children at home. Parents had also felt their importance as they can see that the school find ways to help them to teach their children during this time of pandemic. The mentoring process made it easy because of the help of the parents' learning guide. Challenges were encountered and can be the basis for modification of the program. Based on the studies and conclusion, here are the proposed recommendations. Collaboration across subject area can help parents access learning guides that can help them assist their child while learning at home. Conduct of a continuing study for the whole school year may help validate the findings of the study at hand. Thank you for listening. I am honored to share with you my research. Once again, I am Miss Patricia Airban from Nagcrilan, Laguna, Philippines. Stay safe and God bless.